You gonna answer my question? Where have you been all this time?
I saw Michael.
Michael, your ex-husband, Michael?
Yes, I was at John and Charlene's stable, as you know, after you left, and I turned around and all of a sudden there he was. I was totally stunned. I mean, it was a shock.
Me too, just now. Well, that's, he's not missing. It'd be a big relief for your family, Clara, John, Vicky. How long's he visiting for?
He's not visiting. He's moving back to stay.
Hey. You, too. You want to tell me why you didn't tell me that Donna is engaged to be married to Matthew Corey?
50 bucks.
Who told you?
What do you mean, who told me? Have you been deliberately keeping me in the dark?
No, not exactly.
I'll bet. I just ran into Donna in the barn.
Yeah, Matt gave her a horse as an engagement present, and they're boarding it here.
What is it with you? You two look like you're actually taking this relationship, like, seriously.
Well, they've been seeing each other for quite a while, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a break, John. Come on. I mean, an affair I can see, okay? I mean, Donna's gonna be Donna, but Matthew Corey? What? He's 25 years old. 25, right? He's a kid.
Well, how old was the last woman you dated, Michael?
That's different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Besides, it's not age I'm thinking of.
Well, then what is it, Michael?
Spencer. Spencer, it's okay. Spencer. Spencer, it's okay.
Clyde. Clyde.
No, you're fine. You're fine, Dad. Everything's okay. How is he? Well, I thought he was having a nightmare, but now I think it's something more. I think Spencer believes he's going to die.
Dr. Dansonville, I'm very afraid for the Comtesse.
Are the symptoms the same as last time?
At the moment, she is lucid, but she's becoming obsessed with revenge. I'm afraid she may harm someone.
She is violent?
Not yet. There are no signs now, but I have seen flashes. Also, there are times when I am not certain she knows who she is.
I must see her.
I agree. I will start the arrangements immediately to bring her back overseas. And there is one more thing. I am going to need her sedatives right away.
Yes. Madame could slip into madness at any time. She has before.
I'm with you, you take me away to another world.
Awaiting the delivery. Yes, thank you, Doctor.
Well, I think it's time we visited Carl and Rachel.
Tonight?
You have reservations?
No, it's just that I am concerned for your safety.
You swore loyalty to me, Christophe. Have you defected?
Absolutely not.
Need I remind you, I rescued you from a stiff prison sentence.
For which I am eternally grateful for your generosity.
I didn't do it out of generosity. I did it to benefit from your skills. You have been very comfortable with me. But that could end overnight.
You have my loyalty. I have sworn that to you. I have done everything you have asked according to our plan.
Then why do I feel you are waiting for me to disintegrate?
I am not. But if our plan is to succeed, you must drop these ideas of revenge.
Revenge.
Look at me. I am beside you. Always.
Good Christoph. But you remember, I am in charge of this operation. I am in total control.
Candy, do you know where Amanda is?
Well, how would I? Your husband's at the hospital with Mr. Harrison. That's all I know.
Candy, is that a nickname? Do you have a full name like Candace?
No, my name is Candy. It's all my mother ate when she was carrying me.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. Hilda says that you're new to service. I have a feeling this is your first job, though. Am I right?
I guess Hilda fudged the truth a little, huh?
Oh, well, it's not important, but I did want to ask you about that bud vase that was tipped over in our bedroom the other day.
Well, I hope I didn't do anything to it when I picked it up. It didn't break or anything, did it?
No, it's perfectly fine. I was just wondering if you knew how that happened.
Well, how should I know?
Okay, what about the picture of Carl and myself that was on that same dressing table? Do you know what happened to that?
I sure didn't take it.
All right, I was just wondering if you knew what happened to it. Okay. Well, hey, how about taking the night off?
Sure.
Huh.
Cool.
You're welcome. Why did I hire her? Why don't I fire her? Good question, Rach.
Hey, John, it's Ryan Harrison. Listen, I'm a little worried about Spencer.
Yeah, well, Grant called me too, Ryan. Listen, there's nothing either one of you can really do right now except let him get some rest.
Oh, how can you? He's so stressed out. He'll fall asleep, then he'll start having a nightmare, and then if he does wake up, it's as if he's still having the nightmare.
Well, in a way, he is. The inability to communicate is deeply frustrating. Can you tell what's bothering him?
Well, he keeps on repeating one word over and over again, the word die. I guess he's worried that he's going to die, huh?
Well, no, not necessarily. With aphasia, it's hard to tell what the patient's trying to communicate. He might be trying to tell you that he's hungry or that he's physically uncomfortable. Is there anything I can do? You know, I'm pretty sure that he understands what people are saying to him. If I were you, I would just talk to him. I mean, talk to him about anything. It'll reassure him that he's still in the world, and I'll come and check on him. If he's still uncomfortable, I'll prescribe him a tranquilizer.
Thanks, John. John says that Spencer's perfectly capable of understanding what we're saying. I just wish I knew what he was saying. And every time I look into his face, those eyes, it seems like what he wants to say is so urgent.
When a man thinks he's about to meet his maker, I mean, he undoubtedly has much to say to both of his sons.
Thanks. Hey, Spencer. You know, I know that you and I haven't exactly had the smoothest of relationships over the past few years, but I love you. And you're not going anywhere. You understand me? You're going to be just fine. You hear me? And the doctors say that you have a really good chance of making a full recovery. What is it?
I don't know. know, man, I got this feeling deep in my gut that Donna is making a huge mistake marrying this guy. And you of all people should have told me about this a long time ago.
Well, if you'd have called every now and then, maybe I would have.
Michael, look, Donna has seemed very happy. It just didn't occur to us, I guess, that she might be ruining her life.
Well, you know, she kept telling me how happy she is.
She is.
Good. Can I use your phone? I got the
Sure,
kitchen.
help yourself, yeah. I think Michael's problem is that Donna is marrying someone besides him.
Do you think that's why he came home? To try to get her back?
I don't have any idea. All I know is my brother's had more chances with Donna than the man on the moon. I gotta go to the hospital and check on Spencer. It's so hard for me to concentrate on my work.
Well, this is just to give you a little incentive to hurry home, okay?
Gregory, Daddy's going to work. Take care of Mommy.
So did you reach your party?
Nah, nobody home. It's a good apple, by the way. Really good apple.
Well, Louisa helped me pick out the apples, didn't you, baby?
Hey!
You did, didn't you?
Hey. Hi.
Hey.
Oh, look at you. Oh, you are so pretty.
Tomas, this is Michael Hudson.
Hi.
This
How
is
you
John's
doing?
brother.
Nice
This
to
is
meet you.
Tomas and
As well.
Luisa Rivera.
You know, I've heard an awful lot about you. Actually, John told me, well, he told me a lot about what you've been through, and you've really gotten your life together, especially for somebody your age.
Thanks. Louisa makes it easy. Except when she wants meatballs for dinner and I only have a half an hour to cook.
I have some on the top shelf.
Yeah.
I do, on the top shelf in the freezer, in a freezer bag. All you have to do is boil the water for the spaghetti.
Well, thank you. Life is good, isn't it, Louisa? Ready to eat? Come on, let's go.
You know, you have really worked a miracle.
Oh, no. Tomas did the work. John and I just gave him a break when nobody else would. And sometimes that's all a kid needs.
Really? That's all a kid needs?
Yeah.
I mean, you still got gray hair, though, right?
From Josie. Yes, right here. But we are on the other side of all that now. It's wonderful. I'm going to help Tomas. You want something to drink?
No,
Coke?
thanks. I'll get myself something later. Oh, good. You're there. No. Look, I'm sorry. This is what? I'm sorry. This has taken so long. It's just things happen. No. Everything's still going along just fine. It's just that I've gotten, things have kind of gotten a little fouled up. No. It's just going to take longer than I expected, but don't worry about it. Everything is going to work out okay. All right. Okay. Look, I'll talk to you later, all right? Fine. Oh, thanks.
Everything okay?
He's staying in Bay City for good.
That's what he said.
Did he say why?
Well, you know, John has been very concerned about Clara, and you know how close Michael is to his mother.
Did you tell him about us?
I did, and he was really thrilled about things, and Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to give you a proper thank you for my wonderful engagement gift. You've made me very happy.
Okay. Donna,
and I want to make
Donna,
you happy.
Donna.
What?
Listen, I don't want to stop, but there's something else going on with you
No,
besides
there's not.
uncontrollable
There's
lust.
not.
Yes.
There's not, I
Just, I
promise.
can't think when you're this close to me. Just stay there. I know what's going on. Michael wasn't happy for us, was he? so? You told him you're marrying Rachel Corey's son, Matthew, and he laughed at you, right? Jerk.
It's okay. I told him off. I really did. I told him how happy we were, and he apologized, and that's that. That's the end of it. Now, come here. Come here, please.
I'll be right back.
Where are you
Stay
going?
here.
Matthew?
Candy,
Oh, my God.
how lovely you look.
Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying this time. You got me into a lot of trouble with my boss.
I'm sorry, that was not my intention. I apologize 1,000 times.
I don't care if it's 1,000,000 times. I am in hot water because of you. Why'd you have to go into her bedroom and knock over that bud vase? She's got a thing about that vase. Who knocked it over? How did it get knocked over? She's obsessed.
Mrs. Hutchins, you mean?
Right. What were you doing in the bedroom anyway? I thought you told me you wanted to come over to the house and take some photos for that French TV show of yours. I thought you wanted photos of the fireplace and of the library and stuff like that. Are you kinky or something?
Oh, no, I assure you.
You even stole a photo of her and her husband. You know what? I don't even want to know what kind of stuff you're into. Mrs. Hutchins.
You know me. I mean, I always got a business deal cooking.
So, I would think that Bay City seems very tame to you after some of the places that you've been.
Actually, I got to tell you, there's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be.
And you really mean that, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, why not? My family's here. Everyone, well, almost everyone that I care deeply about is right here. No, nowhere else I'd rather be.
Tomas is really working some magic in there. We've got garlic bread, everything. John's coming home soon. Would you just think about staying for supper?
My gosh, you know, I can't. Would you take this? I got to get home to Mom. She's going to have a cow, or she's going to start riding one.
Oh, Michael.
No, we'll see.
I'll give you a rain
Josie?
Uncle Mike?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Look at you. Well, she's just as beautiful as her mother. I swear. You go away for a couple of years, and look what happens. It's
It's so great to see you. How long are you staying?
well, as long as everybody will put up with me, I guess. Look, I got to go, but I'll talk to you, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. Wow. I was beginning to think we wouldn't see him anymore. What brought him back?
You know what? I want to talk about you for just a minute. Sit down, sit down.
Oh.
You are not, getting enough sleep.
Oh, I am just nervous about class.
You're not eating right.
I have time.
And if you keep exercising like Jane Fonda on speed, you're going to disappear right before my eyes.
Look, Mom, I have to, okay? All the cadets have to. Otherwise, we're gonna get cut. Tomorrow is the first official class, and I'm going to be ready if it kills me.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix you some food. Are you listening to me?
Yes,
and then I'm going to bring it to you, and I'm going to watch while you eat every bite. Oh.
Aye, aye.
Look at you.
Hey, Josie.
Hey.
Oh,
What's up?
God. Lucy's eating spaghetti with her hands. I just can't watch.
Gross.
Sore?
Sore.
So how's the training going?
Well, I just got my first taste of it, and let's just say it ain't gonna be a picnic. Oh, what did I do? Why don't I just bag the police academy, jump on a plane to Australia, and throw another shrimp on the Barbie? What do you think?
Don't ask me. God, I miss Maggie so much. I just stow away in a baggage compartment all the way to Europe.
Why don't you?
Because of Louisa. Come on, a 3-year-old doesn't understand about boyfriends and girlfriends missing each other.
Yeah.
Come on, all she wants is, she wants me to give her piggyback rides, and she wants me to feed her supper and read to her. Which actually, it makes time go by quickly anyway, but, hey, listen, Gregory and Louisa and I'm going to take them to a kids' movie. Would you like to come?
Me?
You have never,
want me to go?
listen, you have never heard so much screaming in your life. And you'll just forget about your problems like that. You want to come?
Yeah, in that case, count me in.
Right.
Here you go.
Eat. No arguments.
Yum, yum, yum. I hope this is fat-free.
Well, Josie's going to go to the movies with me, Louisa and Gregory.
Oh, very brave girl. Well, Does that mean that John and I will actually have the house all to ourselves? I mean, not that I don't love each and every one of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, we understand, Mama. Go for it.
I do believe I will.
You know, Spencer and I had a big blow-up about Grant before he came into the hospital.
No, that had nothing to do with it. You were just blowing off steam.
You know, I can't believe that you and I still get so worked up about stuff that happens between Grant and myself. It's not like I'm trying to get back at him or anything. I didn't try and set him up in the courtroom because of... Spencer, I had to get him to tell the truth for Vicky's sake. It wasn't out of jealousy. It wasn't anything like that. It was because I thought that you loved him more than me. None of that, no. I mean, it's taken me years to get this. It's taken me years to understand, but I know that you love us both equally, just differently. After all, Grant is your flesh and blood, and nothing's ever going to be able to break that bond. I also know that Justine died giving birth to me, and that must have been really difficult on you. She was your wife. You loved her. You were in a very tough spot, and you handled it the best way that you possibly could. And you raised me as your own son, even though at times I'm sure it must have killed you to know exactly who my father really was. And I want to thank you for that. You were the best father you could possibly be.
The books need dusting in the library, Candy.
But you just told me I could have the rest of the night off, Mrs. Hutchins. At least that's what I thought you said.
Tomorrow. You're obviously not in work clothes. Charming.
Thanks. Well, gotta go.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend?
This is Christophe. He works in French TV. He was just going. You know, that's funny.
What?
You're a real quick change artist, Mrs. Hutchins. Weren't you in another outfit just a few minutes ago?
What an impertinent question. I change whenever I like, Candy.
Must be nice.
Yes, it is. And I know you didn't take the photograph, Candy. So don't think about it again.
I won't.
Now run along, dear.
See ya.
She had no idea who she was talking to or who she wasn't talking to.
You were very good. But the girl is brand new here. She does not know Mrs. Hutchins the way the rest of the staff
It
knows
doesn't
her.
have anything to do with that. It is the resemblance. It's really remarkable. Do you know what this means, Christophe?
I shudder to ask.
It means that wherever I am on the grounds or in the house, as long as I pretend to be Rachel, I can be wherever I want to be. I can take whatever I want to take. Helen, Mr. Hutchins isn't home yet, so could you hold dinner? Yeah, and I'm going to take a walk in the garden. Thanks.
Hello, Rachel.
I told Helen to hold dinner, but maybe now I'll tell her to put it on.
No. No, why don't you just give me a hug?
Happy to do that. Are you all right? How's Spencer?
Oh, trying his best to be understood, but at the moment, doesn't look good.
I'm sorry.
What concerns me most, though, is Ryan. I left Spencer's room with Ryan in tears, telling him that he understood. He understood how he could never be loved the way Grant was loved because he caused the death of his mother.
That's terrible.
Can you imagine Spencer allowing him to believe it? All these years. He does, you know, he blames himself for a death that never happened.
Well, you should tell him the truth.
Well, it looks as if Spencer was trying to tell him something. I mean, perhaps he wants him to know.
Who cares what Spencer wants? You should tell him yourself. He deserves to know.
Yes, those were my thoughts on the way home. I mean, I'm under no obligation to keep Spencer's secret. And Ryan is, after all, my son.
Call him.
Yes, I will. Ryan Harrison.
Hello, Les. It's your old man. Look, I'm sorry I left so abruptly, but it seemed to me you needed a moment of privacy.
No, that's okay. Spencer just fell asleep, so I'll be going home.
Well, listen, don't go home. Why don't you come on over here and have a drink with us?
I'm kind of tired. Can it wait?
No. No, I don't think this can wait, Ryan. See you in a bit.
I'll be right there.
All right, come, Tessie. This is it. You must leave right now. It's
I
getting
am
too
not
dangerous.
leaving. You have work to do. Did you hear that? My youngest son is coming here.
Tess, please.
I am not leaving.
Well, I ought to know better than to try to beat you at cards.
Oh, you're just hungry. You'll get your licks in after supper.
Oh, boy.
Well, hello, Matt.
Hello, Clara.
Look who's here, dear. It's Matt Corey. I got a hunch you didn't come here to see me, did you, Matt?
No, ma'am.
Well, in that case, I'll go to the kitchen and check on the roast chicken.
Good idea.
You behave yourself.
Yes, Mom. You want a drink or something?
No, thanks. I'll just say what I came to say and then go home to Donna. She told me that you're going to be staying in Bay City for good.
You have a problem with that?
No. I just think we should get a few things straight if we're going to be running into each other.
All right, Matthew. Well, why don't you straighten me out?
Well, I know you gave Donna a hard time about the fact that we're getting married.
No, I was honest with her.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I love Donna. And I won't let you embarrass her in front of her friends and
Wait
family.
a minute. I'm not the one who... Sorry, go on.
You're the father of her children, so we'll be dealing with each other from time to time. They are grown women, so shouldn't be that often.
Matthew, Donna is a grown woman, and
Yeah,
she
I
can do
wasn't
whatever
finished
she wants. It doesn't really matter, because I want to tell you something. If you're waiting for me to give my approval for your marriage to Donna, you've got a long wait, pal. I've known her a long time, and if she goes through with this marriage, I think
she'll
she's
what?
going to...
She'll what? Regret it?
Let's just say I have a deep sense of unease about this, all right? I care about Donna, and she can be pretty impulsive.
Yeah, well, people change and grow.
Yes, and there are some things that are just genetic.
Okay, let me just say something here. I live with Donna's history with you every day. I know who you were to Donna. I know who you were influenced who Donna is today. That's why you don't have all the facts, and I do. I know who Donna was, like you do. And I know who Donna is now, like you don't. I mean, we just didn't skip over this age thing. We went back and forth for a long time until we both finally realized we didn't work quite right without each other. We make sense together. And we're ready to commit to staying together for the rest of our lives in front of all the people we care about. Now, Donna's very loyal. She loves your mother. She wouldn't dream of getting married without Clara there. Your daughters are going to be there. If you don't want to be the only one left out, then give my fiancé some respect. That's all. I'm done.
Well, thank you for setting me straight.
Tell Clara goodnight for me.
Matthew, when I left Bay City before, you were just a kid, but I can see that you're not a kid anymore.
We're alone.
Oh, baby, I gotta get back to the hospital. We're deciding on residencies.
Tonight?
What is this? Is this one of those anniversaries that men are always forgetting?
You know, this is one of those times that one might want to commemorate year after year. It's the day we decided that we would get married again.
But we already decided that.
That's right, you know. And we haven't done anything about it, not a thing. And frankly, that's all I've done now all day long is think about it.
Ah, that's what that smoky smell was.
Hmm? You know what I think? I think what we do is a big wedding, we do the big thing with lots of people, a party. We celebrate all day long. Hell, we'll celebrate all night if we feel like it.
Yeah.
Because who deserves it better than we do?
Nobody.
Nobody. So I see that you're at a loss for words. Perhaps you need some time to think about it. You can take just a little bit of time.
I accept your proposal. That was a proposal, wasn't it?
You bet it was. You do?
I do. I will. Just try and stop me.
Well, from the looks of the long faces, I guess this is serious.
Yes, it is serious. It is serious, and it concerns your mother.
Well, that came out of left field. What about my mother?
I think you best sit down, Dad. This is going to come as a bit of a shock to you. Now, look, I found this out myself only recently, but your mother, Justine, did not die giving birth to you. I know that's what you've been told all along. Indeed, it's what we've all believed. But she didn't die for a number of years after that.
Are you sure?
I didn't believe it at first myself, but now I know it's true. Spencer told us himself. He admitted it.
He admitted it. Okay, so what happened to her? Where'd she go? I mean, we're talking about Justine, right? My mother. Or are you about to tell me that I'm some kind of an orphan and I was left on Spencer's doorstep? I mean, how many lies are we talking about here?
It only takes one. Spencer's outrage at Justine for betraying their marriage, for carrying someone else's child, for not loving him. So he banished her.
Banished her? What, from his kingdom?
In essence, yes. That's what he did. When he found out she was carrying my child, he sent her away.
So where'd she go, do you know? What happened to her?
I don't know the details, not precisely, not yet. But it seems that she went to live abroad. At some point or another, she got married again to a count. And then two of them, quite unexpectedly, were killed about 10 years ago in a boating accident.
Ten years? You mean she was alive while I was growing up? What about Grant? Does he know?
No, not that I know of. I don't believe so. You know, it was hearing you at Spencer's bedside that... I mean, you can't blame yourself for your mother's death. You can no longer go on believing that lie.
No, I suppose I can't, but I just wonder, if Spencer ever planned on telling me the truth. And then again, there's Justine, who... She had a baby, and then she walked away. Good for Mom.
He does not understand, Christoph. Now is not the time. He doesn't understand.
Jen. You don't seem to have your heart in this game, dear.
Did I lose again?
Oh, Michael. Matthew is a fine man.
Well, yeah, he's not what I expected, Ma.
Well, according to Donna, it isn't what she expected either.
What do you think? I mean, what do you really think?
Well, honestly, I think that I see love there. And I think that Donna has a good chance for real happiness.
Well, I hope so.
What did Michael say?
Well, he was a jerk at first, but then he realized I was serious, and he was pretty decent, considering I ambushed him at his mother's house.
So everything is all right with the two of you?
With the three of us. I told him that he shouldn't make trouble for us, and he should treat you with the respect you deserve.
Oh, my.
Now that Michael's taken care of, we can resume our original schedule for the evening.
This is the first time anybody has ever put that man in his place. Oh, Matthew, where are you taking me? Matthew, what are you doing? Matthew, don't you dare!
You're all right. I'm sorry to be the one to give you such news. You know, I didn't know how to tell you.
Well, I'm glad that somebody finally leveled with me.
Look, do you want company?
Yes, why don't you stay with us tonight?
No, I think I need to be alone with this right now. But thank you both.
I hurt him. I had to hurt him.
No, not you. You told him the truth, and he deserved to know that. You did the right thing. Come on.
Carl's thoughts were only for his son's feelings. What about my feelings?
They believe you are dead.
Yes, exactly. And where were the tears over my death? Carl was only concerned about his son, and Ryan blamed me, Christoph. He blamed me. And this woman. Her hands all over Carl. She's turned him into a child. He's no longer the man I remember. Where are my scissors?
I have absolutely no idea. What are you doing?
What does it look like?
You're not planning any harm for Rachel Hutchins.
She will only get what she deserves. And finally, so will I.